Dear friends, today we are going to take you to Konark, the marvel of India. Day 1, Chilika to Konark. If you haven't subscribed our channel yet, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell icon for more interesting videos. Soon after finishing our lunch, we started our trip to Konark around 2 p.m. We drove past the countryside of Odisha with beautiful views. There are lots and lots of trees in the villages of Odisha. And probably it is a reason why it was not sultry, although being a coastal area. Look at the greenery. There are trees everywhere. Konark is 45 kilometers from the temple town of Puri. And the drive from Satpada to Konark is of 90 kilometers with a travel time of 2 to 2.5 hours. The sky was clear and breeze was cool as it rained on the previous day. By breeze, I remember the quality of air in Puri and Konark were terribly bad. I don't know why. We were getting alerts on our mobiles with numbers of AQI, which means air quality index, showing 250 and 280, which is very bad by any standards. People were alerted to stay indoors and go out only if it is very necessary. We booked our accommodation in OTDC's Yatri Nivas at Konark. The building complex looks decent from the entrance. Let's see how it is inside. It is built on a huge property with plenty of open area left for lawn and children's play. Here is the 360-degree view of the area inside the hotel. Our Suvir loved it because he found this hammock which he snatched onto immediately on entering the lawn. And also found some of these lovely ducks walking around quacking. Now let us see the rooms. So this was our semi-suite room. As you can see, it's a clean and well-maintained room with an air conditioner, TV, dressing table and a wardrobe for storing your belongings. Now let's have a look at the toilet. It is spacious and well-maintained with a geyser and a western sitting toilet. After freshening up, we went to visit the world-famous monument of Konark. A tall monument of Konark Sun Temple appears clearly from a long distance. In no time, it got dark and the blue lights were on. I failed to understand why the authorities have chosen this weird kind of lighting on this monument. It was looking like a horror movie set. I was pretty disappointed because we could neither explore the temple properly nor could take proper photos and videos with that weird lighting. With heavy heart, we left the monument. Day 2, Chandrabhaga Beach and a visit to Konark Temple again. Looks familiar? Yes. All my previous short videos of different statues were posted from here. This is the place where all those wonderful statues were made, right next to Chandrabhaga Beach. This is the famous Chandrabhaga beach. Chandrabhaga is a beautiful beach on the coast of Konark. It is one of the cleanest beaches in India. And it happened to be the first beach to get the Blue Flag certification. A tag given to environment-friendly beaches equipped with amenities of international standards for tourists. We spent a couple of hours enjoying the beach. And then got back to the hotel. Just before the Konark Sun Temple, a huge banyan tree caught our attention. We were all dragged towards it. We went there and spent some time before entering Konark Temple. Here we go again to the Sun Temple of Konark. We would have really regretted had we not revisited the monument again. Such is the majesty of this amazing structure. This magnificent temple is dedicated to sun god Surya. The word Konark is derived from the combination of Sanskrit words Kona, which means a corner, and Arka, meaning the sun. This amazing structure of Konark Temple is built by the king Narasimha Deva I of Eastern Ganga dynasty in 1250 AD. The temple is designed and sculptured as sun god Surya is sitting on a giant chariot with 7 horses. These 7 horses represent 7 days of a week. The image you see on screen is the replica of the original Sun Temple. The main temple tower of Konark, locally called as Bada Diyul or the Big Sanctum Tower, no longer exists. It was estimated to have been 70 meters or 229 feet tall. According to a popular theory, there used to be a levitating idol of Suryadev with the help of magnets. An iron plate was said to have inserted between every 2 stones, and there was a lodestone of a massive 52-ton magnet on top of the temple. The temple tower and the idol were later demolished by the Muslim invaders in 16th century AD, while the magnet on top of the temple was dismantled by the Portuguese sailors as their ships lead to accidents by the impact of the powerful magnet on the sailor's compass. Jagan Mohana or Bhadra Diyol, the second sanctum tower that you see now, is about 30 meters or 100 feet tall. The complex you see here is the Natya Mandir or courtyard. It was 55 feet tall, but now it is only 26 feet. One of the specialities of this temple was the first rays of the sun used to pass through the Natya Mandapa, then through the Jagan Mohana, and on to the idol of Suryadev in the main sanctum of the temple. Such was the engineering of this temple. The temple is built as a time machine, not for a time travel, but to reveal the time. It symbolizes the passage of time, which is assumed to be governed by the sun god. At the very entrance, you find these huge statues of a human under the feet of an elephant, and elephant under the feet of a lion. Lion is a symbol of power, and elephant is a symbol of wealth. When these two unite, that leads to ego, and the man under the elephant and lion symbolizes his downfall with ego. Does this wheel look familiar? Yes, it's the wheel that we see on Indian currency notes. These giant wheels you see here are no ordinary wheels. There are 24 such wheels all around the temple complex. Each wheel has a diameter of 9 feet and 9 inches with 16 spikes. Each wheel on the temple complex depicts you exact time based on the shadow. Each big spike represents 3 hours of a day, and smaller spike represent 1.5 hours. In total, they represent 24 hours of the day. The small dots on the wheel edges represent the minute and the seconds of the time. The time is calculated on the basis of shadow falling on different areas of those 24 wheels. There are thousands of carvings on each nook and corner of the temple complex, depicting the human activities from birth to death. Each pillar, each wall, and each part of the block tells you some story or the other. The details of the carvings are so fine that it blows your mind. It has portrayed the entire evolution to involution of a humankind. You will find every activity of a mankind from dawn to dusk. It has statues portraying the life cycle of a mankind from birth, childhood, teenage, Kama Sutra, family life, old age, and death. About 1200 sculptors have worked to build this wonderful temple. UNESCO has recognized the Konark Sun Temple as a World Heritage Site in the year 1984. With this, we come to an end of our trip to Konark and march to some interesting places in Bhubaneswar. Thanks for watching. Let's wander.